welcome to part 2 of the playthrough I'm doing for Force Unleashed from Star Wars. Um, so yeah, we finished the first mission. Done one yesterday. We're now on the second mission. We're now hunting down another Jedi. We supposedly killed someone. Oh look, you've learned for suppressed by to shoot lightning from your fingertips. Nice. So we're now on... Where are we now? Blast your way into the giant... We've got a signature of Kazdan Paratus. Blast your way into the giant hyperdrive engine. Data bank. Any other number, this is the just gonna do a bit more, go through some of these data bits. Again, shouldn't be too many, get this done first so we can just crack on. Astromech droid, any number of utility droids generally programmed for navigation and starship repair. Astromechs are designated by an R unit, names such as an R3 unit or an R4 unit. Most astromechs are designed to fit into special sockets aboard starfighters. But if you remember from the films, obviously before Anakin Skywalker turned to the dark side, he had a droid called R2-D2 that he used to always have in his fighter pilot. From episode 1, when he went to go and destroy the that space station. That was when he was just a kid. So, and then he did in the second one and the third one. So yeah. So anyway, during flight they can navigate, access hyperspace coordinates stored in their memory banks, and do in-flight repairs. If you remember from the first film, you know they were trying to hyper jump but they couldn't, and R2-D2 was the only one left that had to go out and repair before they could hyper jump, so get into hyperspace. Sorry. By far the most successful astronaut droid is Industrial Automation R2 series, R2-D2. The droid is much more compact than its predecessors and is equipped with a wide array of tools. Although originally designed as a diagnostic and repair unit, the R2 can also serve as a general utility and conduct information retrieval. The R2 series was manufactured military starfighters previously. The sockets were reserved for dedicated government modules, while situated in the astromech socket. An R2 can monitor flight performance, isolate and repair technical problems, and reroute power throughout the shipboard systems. Due to its advanced processor, an R2 can perform over 10,000 operations per second. Wow, that's impressive, I didn't know that. To forecast potential problems, R2s can store up to 10 sets of hyperspace coordinates and can even perform rudimentary flight maneuvers such as engine startup and pre-flight taxiing. R2s are programmed with specifications on over 700 different spacecraft configurations. They also have impressive sensor packages that incorporate a full spectrum transceiver and electromagnetic heat, motion and life form detectors. An extendable video sensor can be used to inspect small spaces. Beneath an R2's shell lurks an array of amazing tools that include two manipulator arms, an electric welder, a circular saw, holographic projector, an internal cargo compartment, and a fire extinguisher. Following the success of the R2, Industrial Automation manufactured the R3 unit. The R3 has a more advanced Intellex V or 5 computer program with detailed statistics on every vessel in the Imperial fleet. It primarily serves gunnery crews, security troopers, and naval chiefs of operation aboard capital warships. It can also be plugged into a starfighter although it only carries 5 hyperspace coordinates. Right, so the E-Web, these are the things we have to keep destroying because you do take a lot of damage from these things. Designed and manufactured by the Blastech Industries, the E-Web Repeating Blaster is one of the most powerful portable weapons available, essentially a thick blaster rifle mounting on a tripod. The E-Web's blaster bolts are capable of penetrating the armor plating of ground vehicles, air speeders, and even small starships. The E-Web is valued by Imperial tacticians, especially for use on the front lines. The rotating turret provides a 360-degree field of fire, while high-capacity power transfer cells inside the barrel recharge quickly enough to allow a steady stream of blaster bolts. The E-Web is most often used to provide a covering fire for advancing ground units, but can also be deployed to defend key Imperial sites. General Ram Kota, this is the guy that we killed on our last mission. Master Ram Kota is a tough, grizzled Jedi Master who became a respected and feared general during the Clone Wars. You don't hear it, see, this is, and my friend said about it as well, is you don't really see, you only see, like, from the film, from number 2, which was the Clone Wars, you don't really see a lot, and the things behind it, you don't see all the Jedi, so it's kind of interesting to see this kind of side of things where you hear about the Jedi Order and other Jedi Masters that you don't see, who became respected and feared general during the Clone Wars. Prior to joining the Jedi Order, Kota spent much of his life in the trenches as a soldier fighting for freedom on his home world, where he was thrust into battle before his 10th year. When he was 18, Kota met and befriended Mace Windu, wow, didn't know that, who was sent to Kota's planet to negotiate a peaceful resolution to a particularly brutal conflict. Upon completing his mission, Mace decided to bring Kota back to Coruscant with him to hone his powers and finish his training under the watchful of the Jedi Master Yoda. Wow. Few in the Order bonded with the gruff Kota, but none doubted his strong commitment to the Republic and his undaunting loyalty to the Jedi Order, or his legendary courage. He often volunteered for the Order's most dangerous missions and was never abandoned those in need, but Kota was also viewed as cold and militant. Throughout his long history with the Jedi Order, Kota tended to question the Council's decisions, and often advocated a more peaceful approach to negotiating treaties and dealing with lawbreakers. When war broke out between the Republic and the Confederacy of the Independent Systems, Kota proved himself a brilliant tactician and cagey commander. He was quickly promoted to the rank of general and led several of the Republic's most successful offensives throughout the Outer Rim. However, Master Kota did not embrace the clone army, believing that non-clone soldiers would be more creative, intelligent, and capable in the field. He recruited and built his own army from local militias, hardened mercenary groups, and even separatist prisoners of war. His misgivings about the clones saved Kota's life when Order 66 was issued, and most of his fellow Jedi were slain by their clone squadrons. Realizing that the Jedi Order had been betrayed, Master Kota and his most loyal lieutenants hijacked a Republic cruiser and disappeared into the Outer Rim territories. It was a good thing he made his own militia so he didn't run into the clones issues that every other Jedi seemed to. Although believed dead, Kota eventually resurfaced and began recklessly attacking key Imperial targets across the galaxy. In one-on-one combat, Kota generally adopts a defensive stance using his lightsaber skills and mastery of the Force to protect himself until he can launch a devastating counterattack. He often uses the Force to hurl debris or repel his enemies, and can throw his lightsaber with unerring accuracy. General Kota has trained some of his loyal soldiers in the use of energized stun batons. Yeah, these are the guys I was fighting in the last mission, which they used for close quarters melee combat in environments filled with explosives and other hazards. These specialized soldiers generally rush their enemies, attempting to surround and overwhelm them before a shot can be fired. Militia saboteur armed with standard blaster rifles and cylindrical thermal grenades. General Kota's saboteurs from the backbone of his militia. These soldiers maneuver in small tight-knit groups and are well trained in hit-and-run tactics. Militia elite. Kota's most skilled and proficient soldiers received the honor of joining his heavy weapons detail, often providing cover fire for other militia members and defending key positions during raids. Wielding massive repeating blasters, these dangerous enemies can clear entire rooms and cause mayhem and confusion among even the most hardened Imperial soldiers. When Master Kota was a general in the Clone Wars, he refused to have anything to do with the clone army. Kota never trusted the clones and instead formed his own unique unit of hardened soldiers. He recruited and built this small army from local militias, mercenary groups and even separatist prisoners of war. After Order 66, which saw thousands of Jedi assassinated by the clone troops, most of Kota's soldiers remained loyal to their general and accompanied him into hiding. Kota and his men have recently emerged from seclusion, conducting hit-and-run operations against key Imperial targets throughout the galaxy. Though not officially a rebellion, Kota's Rage tag group has caused enough trouble to gain Darth Vader's personal attention. Elite shock troops fanatic loyal to the Empire and impossible sway from the Imperial cause. Stormtroopers wear imposing white armor, offering a wide range of survival equipment and temperature controls that allow the soldiers to survive in almost any environment. That's pretty cool, I didn't know that. Stormtroopers wield to standard issue E11 blaster rifles and attack in horse to overwhelm their enemies. The legions of stormtroopers and other soldiers who served the Empire and under the command of a complex hierarchy of well-educated Imperial officers. Most Imperial officers are promoted to their tactical and strategic brilliance, sharp leadership skills and sheer ruthlessness. While stormtroopers are the first into battle, the Imperial officers remain aloof, determining which planet to invade, which species to enslave, which enemy to crush next. When forced into combat, Imperial officers wield standard issue blaster pistols with surprising accuracy. To Raxus Prime. Now we're going to the Junk Jedi Temple. As commercial forces spread throughout the galaxy, consuming planetfuls of raw material support awake. Raxus Prime, a remote planet on the outer rim, is an example of one of these worlds for poisoned by industry. This is where we are now, Raxus Prime, I think. Numerous corporate interests turned Raxus Prime into a dumping world in the days of the Old Republic. The surface of Raxus Prime is now covered with refuse, piled over countless generations into mounds of junk that rival the elevation of natural mountains. Gutted and rotting hulls of ancient capital starships poke through the more recent garbage, giving the landscapes the eerie feel of an industrial graveyard. Huge pools of toxic sludge make the ruined ecosystem one of the most dangerous in the galaxy. The planet's atmosphere is hot and caustic, the air thick with a miasma of foul-smelling fog. A number of scavenger species frequent the world, with several transplanted Jawa clans calling the foreboding landscape home. A band of Rhodian mercenaries recently arrived on Raxus in search of weapons and rare starship components to sell on the galaxy's black market. Raxus Prime, most mysterious denizen, however, is the reclusive Jedi Kazdan Paratus. Driven mad by years of isolation, Kazdan has used the Force to assemble a small army of shambling junk soldiers and ensconced himself in bizarre Republic replica of the Jedi Temple constructed from metal and other debris scavenged from the planet's surface. Alright, so he made his own Jedi Temple from junk. That's pretty cool. Amid the detritus, I can't say it, of Raxus Prime towers a twisted echo of the once majestic Jedi Temple on Coruscant. After slowly slipping into paranoid insanity, Kazdan Paratus began using the Force to piece together a tribute to the destroyed Jedi Order. This bizarre fascism as fed by Kazdan's delusional fantasy that the Jedi will sometimes rise again. I wish that would be the case, but the now demented Jedi Master now holds court among junk versions of each Jedi Council member, speaking to them as if they were still alive. Well, I guess if he wants to make his own reality. So ATCT, this is what we had to find in the last mission. The ATCT, or all-terrain construction transport, is an industrial walker designed specifically for use in building Imperial facilities designed around the chassis of a standard AT-ST walker. The AT-CT is equipped with small but powerful tractor beams that enable the pilot to easily lift or move heavy metal plates. Durasteel girders and other construction materials. Because of its similarity to the standard AT-ST, the AT-CT is often operated by a trained scout walker, pilot and gunner for peak efficiency. In the event an AT-CT falls under attack, the seasoned operators can use the vehicle's tractor beams as an offensive weapon, hurling large objects at enemies. The TIE Bomber is a heavy Imperial assault starfighter used for strategic strikes against the surface and deep space targets. While slower and less maneuverable than standard fighters, the bombers sorry about that. The bombers carry incredibly destructive payloads complete with proton torpedoes, guided concussion missiles, orbital mines and free-falling thermal detonators. The bombers are also manufactured with onboard life support systems which all other TIE-class starfighters lack. TIE bombers are primarily used to disable capital ships and assault ground targets. TIE fighter. A massive military war machine, huge fracture began to appear in every corner of the galaxy, producing weapons, ships, even armies of stormtrooper clones. The TIE fighter, a small and agile single-pilot starfighter, is being mass-produced from the backbone of the Imperial fleet. This small vehicle, which consists of a spherical cockpit suspended between a pair of immersed solar array wings, utilizes advanced twin ion engines and more designed primarily for speed in order to decrease the vehicle's weight. It has not been equipped with life support systems, deflector shields or hyperdrive engine. Armed with only a pair of standard laser cannons and mass-reduced TIE fighter must rely on greater numbers to overwhelm the enemy forces. Alright. So I think that's everything. So, yeah, you can get crystals. I haven't got a new one. That looks cool, man. I do want. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, power crystal. So lightsaber attacks deal extra damage. I'm gonna put that on. Force upgrades. No, let's do some force upgrades. So force push. We haven't lightsaber through. So rank 1, press Y to shoot lightning. We've got rank 1, so rank 2. Press and hold to charge lightning for a wider, more devastating attack. Let's get that. No, because I want to get that. I'll leave that for now. Each will increase your maximum health. Each rank gives you maximum force energy. Definitely put that on. The speed you recover from force energy, I'll put one of them on. Each rank reduces the amount of time it takes to charge your force powers. Each rank increases the amount of damage you deal with your lightsaber in melee combat. Oh, and I'll put that on. Force combos. Might as well just put that on. I'll leave that for now. Right, let's get on with the mission. So, 1, 2. Oh, nice. 1. That's pretty cool. Right, okay. Yep, right. So yeah, we can now use Force Lightning, so just like that.
You're going to need to find a way to get through that hyperdrive core. Is there anything nearby you could use as a makeshift explosive?
Like that. So yeah, this place is just a junkyard pretty much. Dash to move the max while using, yeah.
I'm picking up scraps of Rhodey's communication. You're approaching some sort of salvage operation.
I'll deal with them.
Where do we go now? Oh, this way. Oh, this one. You can influence your lightsaber strike by, and then. Oh, nice. Invincibility. Oh, nice. don't want to go back down there because I'll have to go all the way back. Nice, level up. Don't think there's anything more to get around here. Oh look, there's a fight from the Clone Wars.
Eclipse to Starkiller. We're picking up a lot of movement beyond that hyperdrive core.
Oh, oops. I think I just jumped into the hyperdrive. Oops. Okay, don't do that in future. Oh! How the... do you get up there? Fuck. Oh, you can jump. Force power sphere. Yeah, I don't think you can get any higher than that. Oh yeah, I've now got what I could do with Darth Vader. Just do the force push with... Oh look, it's one of the Clone Wars fight aircraft. It's pretty cool. Oh man, these are so annoying. You can't get back up there now. Oh. There's another one of them fighters.
Juno, I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. Are you picking up anything?
Just some panic transmissions. The scavengers didn't expect any droid resistance.
Oh my lord, them things are so annoying.
How strange. The scanners aren't picking up any power signatures from those droids. It's as if they're being powered by
The Force.
It's one of the old massive starships.
Eclipse to Starkiller. Watch your step. Readouts are showing a massive river of toxic hyperdrive plasma nearby.
I copy.
You'll need to find a way to the scavengers camp nearby. Head through the bottom of that blockade runner.
Force combos. Okay. Destroy the scavenger camp generators. haven't found a lot of these holocrons. But, oh well. Gold lightsaber crystal. Nice. Compressed yellow lightsaber crystal. Force talent severe. The force dash doesn't take Oh, what? That's some getting hit from everywhere. What the flip was that? That was like an absolute onslaught. Find a way to cross the chasm, junk chasms. Okay. Oh. They drain your force bar. Goodbye. Infiltrate the junk temple and defeat Garrus. Oh. Still 5 haven't got. Whoa. Oh, this thing's draining my energy. Oh no! Fuck's sake. I was messing about. That's why I lost. Right. $100,000 force points. What's with all these severes all in one place now? Jeez. How do I... Yeah. Power crystal.
Castor Paratus at last.
Don't worry, Masters. I'll defend you from this Sith trash.
Sith trash now.